15,000 spectators, creating an intense and close-up environment that often gives Girona a strong home advantage. Girona will look to use their energy and attacking style on home soil, while Betis, known for their technical quality and composure in possession, will aim to control the tempo and take advantage of any openings. And it's worth a reminder that Real Betis now chasing European football through the league after their exit to Braga last week in Europe. The referee for tonight's match is 35-year-old Ioso Apastiga from Pamplona. As for the lineups for Girona, is Gazzaniga in goal, Marino, Blind, Reis and Martin as the captain in defence. In midfield is Martin, Witzel and Beltran, and it is Onyahi, the Moroccan international, Siganov and Claudio Echeve on up front for Girona. As for Real Betis, Vallas is in goal today, Rabal, Bartra, Netan and Valentin Gomez in defence. Sofiane Amrabat, Mark Roca, Giovanni Lo Celso is back in the first squad in that midfield, and it's Pablo Fornals and Abdi El Zazuli just behind Hernandez. It's going to be a fascinating game tonight. Of course, as far as the table is concerned, well, it's for Real Betis. They're fifth in the league at the moment. The 2 points behind him is Celta Vigo on 44 points, and Real Sociedad, the new Copa del Rey champions, they're 4 points behind them, and with still about 5 or 6 games to go, their place is still in a threat. They are about 11 points behind Atletico Madrid in fourth place, so it looks like Champions League football is out of their hands, but what they can aim for is to stay in these European positions with the 5th and 6th place. As for Girona, well, they're 11th in the table with 38 points. They feel that they might be clear enough from relegation, but technically they're not. They're only 6 points behind Elche, who are on 18th place and in the bottom 3 with 32 points. And there's plenty of teams between them, including Espanyol, Valencia, Mallorca, Vallecano and Sevilla, and of course Deportivo Alaves. Few games happen, of course, early on today. Athletic Bilbao, a big win against Osasuna. Of course, that's Ernesto Valverde's last season, as he confirmed he'd be leaving in the summer. And there's few rumours coming out from the Basque region suggesting that it's going to be Aduri Ariola, who also has announced that he's leaving Bournemouth at the end of the season. And he's definitely a Basque man, and he knows the club, he knows the area, he knows the fashion inside out in that region. The other game, it finished Mallorca 1, Valencia 1. It's not a good result really for Mallorca or Valencia. Valencia are 36 points and Mallorca are 35 points. So they will aim to have 3 points advantage, but nevertheless, it did not work out. Of course, with this game, it's going to be Real Madrid against Deportivo Alaves. And we'll keep you up to date with the latest scoreline as we go along. Tomorrow night, just for a reminder, Real Sociedad, as we mentioned, the new Copa del Rey champions, they'll be hosting Getafe, and Barcelona, they'll be hosting Celta Vigo. And of course, if you're wondering on the number of points that separates Barcelona, who are top with Real Madrid, it's 9 points as it stands in favour of Barcelona. As far as Girona is concerned at the moment, it's about 14-15 degrees, but it's cloudy and it was raining early on, and it's anticipated to be raining later as well. Of course, the Real Betis top scorer so far in this campaign, it's the Colombian Hernandez with 8 goals. Of course, he joined in the summer from Columbus Crew, the former Watford man. And as far as the home side, it's Vladislav Vanna with 9 goals. And I can tell you that He's not on the squad. He is injured for this game. So, likewise with Marc-Andre ter Stegen, the goalkeeper, Danny Donivek as well. They're all out from tonight's match. And they'll be lying to the players on the pitch. Of course, the Frenchman Thomas Lemar, the former Atletico Madrid player, he's also on the bench today. So that could be a relief from the manager, which is called Michel for Girona, and Manuel Pellegrini. It's going to be Girona going to get us off and underway. They're playing with their white tops and red shorts, and off we go. They're playing from left to right, and straight away Daley Blind, long ball forward. The ball goes up. Player is going to be throw in for Real Betis, deep inside their own half on the left hand side. Betis are playing with the all black jersey with part of green and white towards the top of the shirts. Long throw by Valentin. Nearly found Azazuli, but that was good defending here by Girona, and it's cleared away by Blind all the way to the keeper Alvaro Valles. Of course, Real Betis, they had a really disappointing European night on Thursday. They were leading at half-time by 2-1, and they lost heavily by 3 goals to 2, or 4 goals to 2 in fact. And that obviously brought nightmares to Manuel Pellegrini, and now they have to chase European football through the La Liga positioning. Girona in possession with the ball with Vitor Rias, the Brazilian 20-year-old. Joined from Palmeiras back in 2025. He's on the ball now just inside his own half. Vitor Rias managed to find Daley Blind to the left-hand side. Managed to cross the halfway line here with Martin, but there's too many players in front of him from Real Betis. And this time the ball is being picked up by Onwa, the Moroccan international, but the referee is giving a free kick. It's going to be Real Betis ball. Coming all the way back to Alvaro Valles, the 28-year-old. Likewise, he joined Betis only in the summer from Las Palmas. This time managed to find Valentin, crossing the ball, across the halfway line, but straight into Martinez. I know Martinez wasn't the best of passes, a bit too much here for Tsiganov. And it's the Ukrainian 28-year-old. Another throw-in from a similar position here for Betis. A long throw as far as the halfway line, well picked up by Abdel Zazuli, the Moroccan international. Crossed the ball to the right-hand side. They picked up by Hernandez, and now across in the edge of the penalty area. And it goes this time across down the middle, but it's just no one waiting for it. And it's well covered here by the Belgian 37-year-old Axel Witsel. And now they lose the ball again. Real Betis inside the centre circle with Nathan. Nathan just inside his own half and managed to switch the ball to the left-hand side. It's picked up by Azuli, lovely play. And now Abdi once more from the left-hand side. Got inside the penalty area, across the 6-yard box, but it's been cleared away by Blind. Brilliant defending by the 36-year-old Dutchman. Beautiful play it was by Abdi and Hernandez. They too got the ball, this time switched to the right-hand side with Lo Celso, former Villarreal Tottenham man. Did suffer quite a lot of injuries when he was at Tottenham. He had a very good successful season with Villarreal before moving to Real Betis. Of course, Real Betis do play their football in Sevilla. 2 clubs there, Sevilla and Real Betis, of course. And both in La Liga, part of the Andalusia region of Spain. There's a bit of pressure here on Sufyan Amrabat, and now Valles is being chased by Martin, but managed to clear the ball away just in time. And now Miss Diamond managed to find Hernandez down the right-hand side, but it's great defending again by Blind. He's been absolutely superb so far in the first few minutes of the match. He clears the ball away. He's going to be thrown on the right-hand side of the penalty area. It's going to be Ito Rebel with the ball, played it short, gets the receiving ball from Fornals, and this time down the middle, just outside the centre circle from Nathan. Managed to find Azazuli, lovely play, This time trying to find Mark Roca. It was good covering from Vitorias. The Girona defender, the ball goes out. Plays. Good pressure here by the away side. Of course, Real Betis, a very good side, home and away this season. And their position that they're in the league on merit. Bartra, who's the captain today's side here for Betis, but they lost the ball, and this time it's picked up by the number 18. That was the Moroccan Unai, but in the end, the ball goes inside the centre circle, still with Girona. And we just passed the 5th minute mark, and still 0-0 here between the home side Girona and Real Betis. Onoa managed to send the ball to the right-hand side. And the ball from Siganov was well covered here. It was the Moroccan international, Abdi Azazuli. Pushing a Chevy between Roca and Ivan Martin. And now Deli Blind to the left-hand side. Managed to find Alex Morena, the former Aston Villa man. And this lovely play here, this time being played by Onoa. Passing the ball down the middle. Managed to pick up Martin. And once more, this time by the Ukrainian Viktor Siganov. On the edge of the penalty area, but it's missed away by Unai. Azzedine Unai, the Moroccan international, the 26-year-old, 4 goals so far in this campaign. And now they lose the ball again here, Betis. And this time it's picked up by Claudio Echeverri. Down the middle. Go on, go to try to shoot. It beats the penalty, and that's the first goal for Girona. And it took 7 minutes to open in the scoreline. And Sigankov, the Ukrainian international, scoring his 6th goal of the campaign. It's Girona 1, Real Betis 0. It's not really having been a good 2 weeks here for Real Betis. But they have been the better side so far in this match. It was a complete mayhem inside the penalty box. As far as Girona is concerned, and their manager Michel, they don't care. All started by the player himself, Siganov, and managed to find Echeverri trying to have the shot. He got blocked, and from 11 yards out down the middle from the rebound, and Viktor Sigankov plating the ball. The right-hand side of the keeper, Alvaro Valles. When I say placing the ball, he smashed the ball into the back of the net. There was a quick VAR check, and that's been cleared. The goal does stand, and now Real Betis start all over again. This time it's tying all the way back. It's picked up by the Moroccans, Sifan Amrabat. A couple of Moroccans in the Real Betis side. And this time a long ball forward, trying to find Abdi Azazuli. Trip, and this time it's been cleared away, and it's well picked up by Martinez. Passing the ball down the middle here for Girona. Nearly lost the ball here, and the referee is given a free kick. It's going to be the first yellow card of the match as well. It's against Giovanni Lo Celso. First yellow card of the match. It was a late challenge by the Argentinian. On the other Argentinian, the 20-year-old Claudio Echeverri. Of course, Echeverri's only got 1 goal, having joined from Manchester City, of course. He never made it. Some of the players who actually started well and played as youngsters in that Manchester City squad, but it's too big of a squad. And these players, similar to other clubs, they need to leave to gain minutes. But as it stands, Girona just joined us, have taken the lead in the 7th minute through the Ukrainian Sigankov. Beautiful finish. Managed to take advantage of the rebound. Ukrainian by 55 caps for his country, scoring 13 goals, former Dynamo Kiev man. Of course, he joined back in 2023 when he came to La Liga. I think it's fair to say that he never looked back, the Ukrainian. And now Girona's having a throw in deep inside their own half on the right hand side, and eventually managed to clear the way from Vitor Reyes. The ball goes out of play. It's going to be throw in on the halfway line for Betis. Played quickly by Valentin Gomez down the middle. We shall wait and see what Betis has got under the sleeves after conceding that early lead. A long ball down the middle, picked up here by Hernandez on the left hand side on the penalty area, crossing the ball down the middle, and nearly found the Celso, but it was great defending again. Guess who? It was Daley Blind. Hernandez. The ball still with Betis deep inside the Girona half, but Natan just couldn't find a place and switching the ball to the right hand side. This time around through Aitor Rebal. Pass was good, but Fornals couldn't keep the ball in. This time is Girona start again, just outside their own penalty area. Plenty of Betis players around them, but they managed to find a space through down the middle. And now the goal scorer, Tsigankov. Long cross to the left-hand side. Managed to find the Moroccan, Ezzeddine Onwahi, coming forward on the edge of the penalty area. Managed to cross through down the middle. He's still with the ball. He managed to find the Ukrainian again, but this time it's great defending by Sofian Amrabat. And he lost the ball. He's claiming for a free kick, but this time Onwahi on the right-hand side, trying to cross from 8 yards out from the right-hand side. And the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a Real Betis ball. It's fair to say that Betis, who started the better side up to that goals being scored, and since then Girona finding the pace once more. And never underestimate the left winger Ezzeddine Onwahi, the Moroccan. 4 goals so far in this campaign, 32 caps, according to John from Marseille back in 2024. And now once more Girona, this time with Reyes, the Brazilian, deep inside his own half, passing the ball inside the centre circle, well picked up by Beltran, finding the space and finding support from Tsigankov. Tsigankov, lovely play, magic on play, across the ball down the middle, and this time trying to found Chivari, but he just slipped over the ball, and that gave the chance to Real Betis to clear the ball away. Header on the halfway line by Azazuli went straight out of play. This time once more throw in for Girona. Play the ball down the middle. Axel Witsel, the Belgium player, of course. Axel Witsel, 132 games for Belgium. And this time once more on the left-hand side, once more for Girona. Onwahi, not far from the penalty area. Passing the ball to Witsel again on the edge of the penalty area. It's good passes here between the Girona players around the penalty box. And this time to Onwahi on the left-hand side against Fornals. Lovely play here, lovely skills. He's still possession and trying to go around 2 players, but in the end it was good defending by Aitor Rebal. That's going to be a throw in for Girona on the left hand side of the Real Betis penalty area. Managed to go around Fornals, but not the 30-year-old Rebal. A throw. Comes back to Onwahi once more, trying to cross around from the left hand side, and is well defended by Betis. And he picked up by Mark Roca, trying to go on a counter-attack for Niles. Long ball forward to Hernandez, but this time Casaniga clears the ball away as far as Zazuli. Zazuli on the edge of the penalty area, still trying to keep the ball. He felt like he was pulled back, but the referee's having no notice of it. And Onwahi again, this time on a counter-attack Girona from the left-hand side. He's still coming against Rebal, but that was great defending again by Rebal. And now Betis. Dividing the Celso inside the centre circle with Roca to the right hand side. Find Fornals. All inside the centre circle here for Real Betis. It's been a very exciting start. We've seen an early goal as well. Because as far as the other game is concerned, it's happening simultaneously with this one. It still remains Real Madrid 0, Deportivo Alaves 0. And that's the ball forward for Real Betis. Picked up by Zazou, but he gave the ball away. And now Witsel coming forward, crossing the halfway line. He's got support to his right. He managed to use it. And this time it's Martin. Ivan Martin gets the receiving ball from the Ukrainian, the goal scorer. Now Daley Blind managed to get the support from the left and managed to find Alex Moreno, former Aston Villa man who joined last season. Of course, he played for Real Betis himself and Rayo Vallecano. And now across from the left, inside the penalty area. And it's headed away and cleared by Valentin Gomez. Only as far as Girona. Another ball on the edge of the penalty. And another shot. And this time it was from Martin. And it goes to the Ukrainian Sigankov. Managed to let the ball go. Other player. It's going to be first corner of the match for Girona. It's good pressure here by the home side. Already past the quarter of an hour. And it's Girona leading by a goal to nil. And the corner played short. And this time across inside a 6-yard box. It cleared away by Real Betis. Not as far as Blind down the middle. A long cross towards your right hand side. Headed away by Zazuli. You need to be careful because he was around two players. But in the end, Betis coming trying to counter attack. And picked up by La Salsa crossing the halfway line. Passing the ball down the middle. Lovely play to Hernandez. But he just could not control the ball. And it's fair to say Fran Beltran did a very good job distracting him. And now the ball all worked to Gazaniga. And there's about three players from Real Betis chasing the defenders inside the Girona half, but they managed to find the escape route. That was well played here. Managed to find Onwahi. Witsel. Inside their own half, still Girona. There's plenty of Betis players, even Sifin Amrabat, who normally an anchor player, was breathing down the Girona player's neck. He managed to find Arnaud Martinez, a 22-year-old. Of course, he's the captain of the club. See, a one-man club already. The 22-year-old managed to find Witsel inside the centre circle. It's picked up well by Beltran again. And this time trying to find Moreno and Onwahi, the Moroccan international. Managed, lovely play. Managed to go 1-2 players, but in the end, he couldn't go through. Mark Roca, great defending by the 29-year-old Spaniard. This time it's Natan from the left-hand side. He's been harassed by the Ukrainian, but eventually managed to clear the ball away as far as the halfway line, but they lost the ball again here, Betis. Reyes inside the centre circle, passing the ball forward. We've seen chances at both ends, and both ends seem to finding the space. And the only time that we've seen a goal came through Girona, and that's back in the 7th minute from the Ukrainian Sigankov. We have seen a good pressure here by Betis, but of course they might have a hangover from their exit in Europe last week in the quarterfinals. Now the ball down the middle, lovely play, trying to find Martin, but it was covered by Amrabat. The ball goes out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick for Real Betis. Just looking at the squad, there's plenty of Argentinians as well. 3 Argentinians, 4 in fact on the lineup today, 3 Moroccans. It's been a very good turnout for Morocco and Algeria in both sides. Ball being given away. Match fun and Wahid, the Morocco on the left-hand side, but it was taken by Echeverri, but he was pulled back by Marco Roca. It's going to be free kick for Girona. Half a threat inside the Real Betis half, down the middle towards the left-hand side. And that's a chance for them. It's fair to say it's about 7-8 yards away from the left-hand touchline. And the line of players on the edge of the penalty area. And Onwahi is one of the players who's standing behind the ball. This is a good chance here for Girona. Plays it short. Managed to find Martin. Once more to Onwahi on the left-hand side. Across inside the penalty area. Headed back by Martinez. The ball hasn't been cleared yet, and eventually Sufyan Amrabat clears the ball, but it has been chased and cleared away once more by Blind. On the edge of the penalty area, Natan heads the ball back, and then I think Axel Witsel was in an offside position. It's going to be free kick here for Real Betis. And the referee's having a word with the Ukrainian Sigankov. We are resuming play, and if you're just joining us, just hit the 20th minute mark, and it's Girona who are leading here at home against Real Betis by 1-0. Both coming in the 7th minute through the Ukrainian Sigankov, his 6th goal of the campaign. Now Sufyan Amrabat been pushed to go back inside his own half in the own penalty area, but eventually sending the ball away to the right hand side with Rabal. Rabal, long ball forward, through down the middle, trying to find Fornals, but brilliant vision and an interception by Vitor Reis. It was a much better position than the Colombian. Of course, Hernandez played only 5 times for Colombia, scoring 2 goals. Hernandez. Now once more, it's Girona again on the halfway line. Start with the veteran Daily Blind. Of course, for the youngsters didn't know, or for probably people will probably remember that, his dad, Danny Blind, the Dutch defender, I'm sure he taught him plenty of trades, and both been very successful players indeed for clubs and their national side. Onwahi on the left hand side sends the ball back, still inside the Real Betis half. This time it's picked up by Martin. Lovely play to Onwahi, goes back to Martin once more, but his pass wasn't good in the end. And Mark Roca to Fornals, Sufyan Amrabat, plenty of pressure. They're trying to get out of their own half at the moment, Real Betis. They're really struggling, but in the end they managed to find a spread towards the left hand side through Natan. Now Rocco once more, the 29-year-old, the former Leeds United man who joined from them back in 2023. Of course, he was part of the Bayern Munich setup as well. Haven't played many games for the German Giants, but nevertheless that's a long cross headed away by Martinez and goes all the way back to Natan, deep inside his own half. Now Martin is chasing the goalkeeper Vallas and has to clear the ball away, but it's well picked up here by Real Betis. Switching the ball to the right hand side, deep inside the Girona half through Rabal. Rabal passing the ball to Fornals again. Fornals match across inside the penalty area, and it's headed away, but it hasn't been cleared yet. And Roca with a shot, and what an equaliser! A beautiful equaliser for Real Betis. And it's the man we were just talking about, the former Leeds man who couldn't make it at Bayern Munich, and is scoring the equaliser for Real Betis. Girona 1, Real Betis 1. Mark Roca with the goal. Beautiful finish for the 29-year-old. We're just talking about him joining from Leeds United. Didn't make it big in Bayern Munich, and he enjoys every single moment he's been playing with Real Betis. He picked up the ball at the edge of the penalty area, managed to go one defender, and then from the edge of the penalty, a beautiful right-footed shot, placing it to the left-hand side of Paolo Gazzaniga. Now Girona, they have to do it all over again. Of course, that's Mark Roca's first goal of the campaign. Took a long time to come this season, but nevertheless, it still came in the end. And now Onwahi to Alex Marina for Girona on the left-hand side, not far from the penalty area, to Onwahi again. Picked up the ball down the middle through Beltran. And now the ball's been switched to the right-hand side. It's picked up by the Ukrainian goal scorer, Viktor Tsikangov. Through down the middle. We shall see if Betis can gain a bit more confidence, because they had the pressure, or they were under pressure for a few minutes from Girona since that goal in the 7th minute. And now taking matters back into level terms. We shall see if Real Betis will be eager to get a second. They started well until they conceded a goal, and the ball goes all the way to Paulo Gazzaniga, the former Elche and Spurs man. Of course, he joined here from Fulham back in 2022. Did play as a regular for Fulham and also for Elche. He was always second best for Tottenham Hotspur. Nevertheless, he did get quite a good number of games there in the old White Hart Lane. He's doing very well so far for Girona. They gave the ball away for Blend, picked up by El Zazouli. And that pass from El Zazouli managed to pick up four nails, but it wasn't good enough. Not the pass, it was just the control. And that gives away here for Girona. Just inside the centre circle, picked up by Fran Beltran. Switching the ball to the right side to the captain Martinez. Martinez not far from the penalty area. Gets support from Beltran again. And Witsel still with the ball deep inside the Betis half. Been pressurised by Giovanni Lo Celso, but it's picked up once more, this time by Beltran again. Switching the ball to the left hand side. Managed to pick up Alex Morena coming forward. And nearly gone around Rebel, but he's still in possession with the ball. He's got the support from Onwali, and he got it again. Anwahi with the ball on the edge of the penalty area, trying to pass the ball down the middle, but straight into Sufyan Amrabat. Moroccan to the Moroccan, by the opposite sides here today. And the referee has stopped play. There's an injury inside the penalty area for Real Betis. It's Rebal who's gone down, and that's why the referee has stopped play. I think he was trying to clear the ball away right in front of the Moroccan Anwahi, but he managed to slip over the ball. He seemed to be okay. Of course, they have got a big name as a substitute, of course, and that's Hector Bellerin, the former Arsenal man, who of course has joined here from Sporting Lisbon back in 2023. Very experienced player. Game has resumed, and Rebal is still on the field, but I'm sure that'll be assessed. Rebal was warming up initially, and now the ball's gone all the way back to Reyes inside his own penalty area. Nearly been pressurised here by a couple of the Betis players, and eventually ball goes to Reyes again. Back to find Martinez, all the way back to the Gazzaniga. There's plenty of Betis players now around them, but eventually managed to find a space for Moreno. He lost the ball, took a deflection to Hernandez inside the penalty area. He's still got it on the edge. He's been pushed away and managed to get a free kick from a dangerous position. And it was a mistake that led to that attack to happen in the first place. Not far outside their own penalty area, and it started from Vitor Reyes. The ball went for Hernandez, and then he conceded the free kick as well, 2-3 yards outside the penalty area towards the right hand side, down the middle, and that's a dangerous free kick for Betis to try and take the lead for the first time in the match. It's 1-1 so far. There's going to be plenty of candidates. One of them is the goal scorer, Marc Roca, who scored early on his first goal of the campaign. Could have scored a second. Also Giovanni Lo Celso is the other candidate, 2 goals so far. The number 20, the 30-year-old. This looks like it's the Celso. It's going to be a left-footed shot. 4-men wall for Girona inside the penalty area, and there's 3 Betis players more or less just about in front of them. We shall wait and see if Gazzaniga will be beaten. Of course, Gazzaniga and Giovanni Lo Celso both played together at Tottenham Hotspur a few seasons ago. And it's going to be a shot by Lo Celso, and I'm sure from the training ground he might try to pick up his brain to see what would Paolo Gazzaniga would do. And likewise, a cross and a shot by Giovanni Lo Celso. It wasn't far off, it goes over the bar. And now it's going to be a goal kick for Girona. It was under a yard over the crossbar. Wasn't a bad attempt. It didn't cause any trouble for Paolo Gazzaniga. We passed already the half an hour mark. And if you're just joining us, it's Girona 1, Real Betis 1. It was Girona took the lead with Sikenkov in the 7th minute. And then Roca scoring in the 23rd for the away side. Girona picked up by Reyes, coming forward, cross full ball down the middle, one intercepted by Roca again. And this time Betis, long ball, trying to find the Moroccan Azazuli. He gets the ball on the edge of the penalty area, but great defending by the 20-year-old Reyes. And he managed to clear the ball away. It's going to be thrown for Betis just inside their own half on the left-hand side. Azazuli got the ball first, and then all of a sudden he came around him. Vitor Reyes, brilliant defending. And now Betis managed to keep the ball with Hernandez, passing the ball down the middle to Fornals, to Rebel on the right hand side, not far off from the penalty area. Managed to find Fornals again. Fornals to Amrabat. He gets the receiving ball here. Fornals. There's plenty of players back here for Girona for the time being. And Gomez are really struggling now for the last 30 seconds to find a space. It's Manuel Pellegrini's men. And now Natan is coming forward. He felt like he found a space. He managed to do so and found Gomez on the left. Crossed the ball. It wasn't the best of crosses. It was cleared well by Beltran. And the ball goes out. Play for a throw in for Real Betis on the left-hand side of the penalty area. It's Valentin Gomez. A throw. Managed to find Hernandez. He slipped, but he managed to keep the ball. Great play here by the Colombian. Took the ball out. And the last touch was by Girona. And that's going to be now thrown from a similar position. Valentin Gomez. Throw inside the penalty area. Picked up by Zazuli. He lost the ball. And this time Girona cleans the ball away on a counter-attack. And this time it's been chased by Martin. And likewise with Marc Bartra, but great cover by Bartra, sitting back to his keeper, and now the keeper's been chased by Martin until Alvaro Vargas clears the ball deep inside the Girona half, and it's Blend standing there behind it. And now the captain Martinez coming forward from the left-hand side, passing the ball down the middle to Witzel, still inside their own half at the moment here, Girona. To Blend once more. It's a very, very exciting game here at the Stadio Montelivi. And this time Alex Marino, Tonwahi, the ball gone back to Marino, but Rebel was closer to it, and eventually he clears the ball away as far as just inside his own half, and it was a late challenge from behind by Vitor Reyes on Hernandez. Brazilian on Colombian. It's going to be free kick just inside their own half down the middle here for Real Betis. Play short. Fornals switching the ball to the left hand side, picked up by Gomez, coming forward deep inside the Girona half, trying to find his support. He managed to do so, but the ball goes backwards. And now Roca, the goal scorer, Sofian Amrabat. Of course, if you're wondering what's been happening with the other game, and it's Real Madrid who are leading Deportivo Alaves by a goal to nil. They literally just scored the goal. We'll give you the goal scorer news very, very shortly. But here's 1-1 between Girona and Betis, and we've got just over 10 minutes to go. Soufiane Amrabat inside his centre circle. I think it's fair to say that both Girona and Real Betis give us so far a very entertaining game here in the Catalonian region. And the goal scorer Roca switching the ball to the left hand side, picked up by Valentin Gomez to the Solso. Managed to cross the ball across the halfway line, picked up by Al-Zazuli to Hernandez again, trying to pass the ball back down the front, down the middle to Al-Zazuli, but it's well intercepted by Girona. And now Witsel to Alex Moreno to the left hand side. Short passes here by Girona, eventually picked up by the Moroccan Anwahi. Lovely ball forward, but it's just a bit too much for Martin. Ball went straight to the goalkeeper Alvaro Valles. That would have been a great counter-attack. It was 2 against 1, but it wasn't an accurate pass as far as Girona is concerned. No, Betis once more on the move. Starting from the right-hand side. To Bartra. To Soufiane Amrabat. Across through down the middle. Picked up Giovanni Lo Celso to Gomez just inside the Girona half. But there's 2 players in front of him. There's good pressure here by the Girona players. They're defending from the front at the moment. But 3 players from the home side trying to pressurise the back line here for Betis. And eventually goes to Bartra on the right. To Rabal, deep inside the Girona half, to Fornals. And then Fornals gives the ball away, and this time it's picked up by Martin. And now Girona. It's their time now to start from the back here, inside the centre circle, picked up by Martin. Lovely play, managed to go around one player, managed to get support from the Moroccan Anwahi. To Marino. Managed to find Witsel. Inside his centre circle, picked up by Beltran, the 27-year-old. And now the captain Martinez. Nearly lost the ball here to Al-Zazuli. Abdi Al-Zazuli, the 24-year-old Moroccan. Of course, all 3 Moroccans, Amrabat, Al-Zazuli and Anwahi, they're all part of the winning Moroccan side at the AFCON a couple of months ago. Of course, the final did end for Senegal winning the game, but due to the issues that happened in the final, they gave the award to Morocco. And here it comes again as Zazuli inside the penalty from the left hand side, trying to beat a run player, trying to cross through down the middle. It's being cleared away, and now it's being covered up by the other Moroccan Anwahi. Beltran to Witsel just outside the wrong penalty area. To Martin again. A long cross towards the left-hand side, but well covered up by Rubal. They managed to find Fornals deep inside the Girona half. To Giovanni also coming forward. He got the support to his right. It's about a yard or so outside the penalty area. Roca managed to find Fornals again, but Fornals was expecting Lo Celso to run forward, but the ball goes straight out of play. There's a complete miscommunications here between the Argentinian and the Spaniard. It's going to be a goal kick here for Girona. As we mentioned a few moments ago, Real Madrid to take the lead, and this Kylian Mbappe scoring in the 30th minute for Real Madrid with that lead at home against Alaves. Daley Blind. 108 games for the Netherlands. But started his career Ajax Amsterdam, moved to Manchester United and then to Bayern Munich before moving to Girona back in 2023. And now they're on the move here, Girona. Lovely play here by Martin, coming forward from the right hand side. So the ball this time managed to find the Ukrainian Tsigankov, but that was great defending here by the Tan, and kicked the ball away. But the referee's given a free kick against the Ukrainian. It was right in front of the linesman as well, and now some of the Real Betis players claiming there's a use of a hand on the face of Natan. free kick has been given, and I'm sure VAR will be looking at it if there's been any malicious issues with that. The turn seems to be okay, and still with the amusement of the Ukrainian Viktor Sikangov. But this free kick going to be just on the edge of their own penalty area from the left-hand side, be taken by the goalkeeper Alvaro Vallas. Now sending all the players forward. Alvaro Vallas, the 28-year-old, started his career at Las Palmas until moving here. A long ball deep inside the Girona half, picked up by Azazuli, trying to pass the ball down the middle of the edge of the penalty area, but it's well intercepted here by Blend, who clears the ball away as far as the halfway line. It goes once more for Real Betis, but they give the ball again, and this time it's Betis who gets the free kick. It was a handball against the Girona player. And that's the Ukrainian again, Sigankov. We're inside the last 5 minutes plus stoppage time. It's 1-0 here, and of course Sigankov started the scoring in this match in the 7th minute before being equalised by Roca in the 23rd. Natan just inside his own half and sending the ball all the way back once more to the goalkeeper Vallas. Of course, Manuel Pellegrini, his main concern will be the table, especially after being knocked out by Braga, the Portuguese side, in midweek. They know they've got a good hope here of qualifying. They're still in a good position, still 5th. Maybe it's a bit too much for them to reach up to Atletico Madrid. Of course, Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone's men are in the semi-finals of the Champions League, and they'll be facing Arsenal in that round. And the other round is going to be between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. But as it stands here for Girona, in possession of the ball inside its centre circle. Managed to lose the ball here, Girona, but managed to get the recovery from that and managed to get a free kick as well. It was a late challenge by Sufyan Amrabat on the Argentine Claudio Echeverri. Played short. Blend passing the ball down the middle to Witzel. I wonder if Michel, the 50-year-old Spaniard who's in charge, will be happy with this position, but this time might be changing Martin to Blend inside the penalty area, trying to shoot, and that was a great block from the edge of the 6-yard box. Literally, it's Danny Blend who started it. And now Betis trying to go on a counter-attack, and the ball's being chased by Fornals, but it's great covering here by Marino. What a chance. Daley Blend. He picked up the ball all the way inside the penalty area. He's trying to have the shoot from 8 yards out, slightly towards the right side of the 6-yard box. It was play block by the diving Real Betis defender, Marc Bartra. Seems like there is a check maybe on a penalty here, because when he slides in, it seems like maybe it's his hand. So game is being played, it's still been resumed, but there is a small check at VAR as far as it could be a penalty for Girona. Nevertheless, Onwahi coming through from the right left-hand side, great defending by Ribal. And now inside the centre circle, picked up by Witzel. Good covering here by the Belgium. It does look like it's been checked and cleared here, so it's not going to be a penalty by the side of it. And now Onwahi. That was a late challenge by Ribal. Half a street inside the Betis half. It's going to be free kick for Girona. It's down the middle, slightly towards the left, so it's a good position here for Girona to regain the lead. I think the concern with VAR is it did hit the arm of Bartra, but it hit the leg first and it bounced off, and then as far as the rules are concerned, that's not intentional and it was not given. So it was body first, arm second. If it was the other way around, of course, Betis will be conceding the second goal tonight. Long ball to Onwahi to the left-hand side, not far from the penalty area. Managed to find Marina forward, tried to cross inside the 6-yard box, headed away by the Tan, and now trying to be cleared away by Fornals. And he managed to do so, and this time managed to release Hernandez from the right, but that was again, Vitor Reyes has been everywhere in that back line. It's been very good defending from both centre-backs, to be fair. The 36-year-old Blind and the 20-year-old Reyes, and I can tell you, I'm sure he'll be learning a lot. The Brazilian, Sigankov, from the right-hand side for Girona, passes the ball inside the penalty area, cleared away by Gomez. And now it's becoming end-to-end football, and we've just passed the 45th minute. It's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time to be played. I'm sure there's a chance or two here for either side to get a goal just before half-time. But that pass in the end couldn't find Roca, and this time it's picked up by Martin for Girona. Sending the ball to the left-hand side to Alex Moreno. Former Aston Villa man. And managed to find the Moroccan ahead of him. There's Gian Onwahi. Of course, he joined from Marseille a couple of seasons ago. Onwahi. And now Blend once more. He's coming forward, and this time managed to find Sigankov. He gets the receiving ball. Once more Blend. And this time it's a great defending again on the edge of the 6-yard box by the Town this time round. And it's going to be another corner for Girona. This is the second time in a matter of minutes that Danny Blend has gone deep inside the penalty area. He managed to get two shots. First was blocked by Bartra, the second by Natan. We're inside the second minute of the injury time, and the cross from the right hand side inside the penalty area, headed away by the Betis defenders, trying to find Zazulu, being pushed away, and is well picked up by Girona, all the way back to their keeper Gazaniga. I think it's fair to say, as far as Blend with his two chances that got blocked, it probably would be well deserved if he got the goal, because his performance at the back has been absolutely brilliant so far. And I'm sure Vitor Reyes has been learning a lot from him, the 20-year-old Brazilian, because we've seen both been absolutely excellent. Alvaro Vallas, long ball forward, and as we speak, the referee, Mr. Ioso Aspetiga, whistles for half-time. It has been a very, very entertaining match. It's Girona who started the scoring in the 7th minute through the Ukrainian Sigankov, scoring his 6th goal of the campaign. And then Mark Roca in the 23rd minute equalising for Real Betis, his first goal in La Liga this season, and could not come in any better time. So it's half-time here in the Stadio Montilivi in Girona. Is Girona 1, Real Betis 1. Welcome back here at the Stadio Montilivi in Girona. And surely we start in the second half. The scoreline is 1-1 between Girona and Real Betis. Goals being scored through Sigankov for Girona in the 7th minute before Betis equalising through Roca. There have been a couple of substitutions already for Real Betis. We'll give the substitutions very, very shortly. It's Riquelme and Bacambo have replaced Giovanni De Sousa and Hernandez, and off we go, and this time it's Betis tie from left to right. We'll give you the formation very, very shortly. Rubal, long ball forward for Betis, deep inside the penalty area, managed to pick up Bacambo on the right hand side, managed to get support from Riquelme. First touches here for the substitutes to Soufiane Amrabat, to Riquelme again. They haven't taken the lead so far in this season, in this match here tonight. I'm sure they would love to take the lead here. Real Betis to push towards that and cement their qualifications. So Girona is Gazaniga in goal, and that defence is Aruna Martinez, Reyes, Blind and Moreno. Beltran and Witsel in that anchor role position. Then Sigankov, Martin and Onwahi just behind the Argentine Echeverri. Won the ball now here with Girona. Low ball forward, but it's a bit too much here for the Moroccan. Onwahi. It's well picked up here by Soufiane Amrabat. Now trying to pass the ball down the middle, and straight away they nearly lost it. If it wasn't for Anton Ribal's interception. So it's Valles is in goal for Real Betis. And in defence is Ribal, Bartra, Natan, Valentin Gomez. In midfield is Amrabat and Roca in the anchoring position. Then we've got Fornals, who substitute Riquelme and Abdiel Zazuli. And they're playing behind the number 11 substitute Bacambo. Cedric Bacambo, the Democratic Republic of Congo striker, the 34-year-old. Joined from Galatasaray back in 2024. 3 goals so far in this campaign. Now they're in possession with the ball here, this time with Pablo Fornals deep inside their own half. Switching the ball to the right hand side. Now to pick up Ribal on the halfway line. There's Onwahi who's covering his vision for him, but nevertheless ball is still with Betis. This time from the left hand side, Al Zazuli to Gomez. The Moroccan once more trying to find space here. They managed to find one early on through Bacambo. This time it's Rubal. Long ball, this time they find Riquelme. Managed to keep the ball in, just about. That was good defending by the Moroccan and Wahin. It's got to be a throw in for Real Betis, not far from the right hand side of the penalty area. Playing quickly all the way deep inside the centre circle by Natan to Soufiane Amrabat. They play just inside the Girona half on the left hand side. Managed to find Zazuli. Managed to find his countryman Soufiane Amrabat. A long cross towards the right hand side, just on the halfway line. Pass it through down the middle. Lovely play, this time to the right hand side through Ribal. Trying to cut through down the middle here. Ribal, another cross. Didn't reach as far as Zazuli, and it's been cleared away by Vitor Reyes. Absolutely brilliant here today. Now Fornals in possession of the ball here for Real Betis. Coming forward, he's got support from his left. Find Zazuli. To Roca, of course Roca scoring the equaliser in the 23rd minute. His first goal of the campaign in La Liga. It's been a good start so far for the away side. They've more or less been controlling the match, just like they did at the start of the first half, but they're the ones who conceded the goal in the 7th minute, and I'm sure they would not like to repeat that here after the restart. Natan managed to cross the halfway line once more for Betis. Passing the ball down the middle, trying to reach Macambo. Great covering just near to his penalty area by Blind. And now Witsel. It's good passing here by the home side. And Blind nearly chased by Macambo. It was a late challenge by Macambo as well. It was a sliding challenge on the Dutchman. There's going to be free kick and a yellow card for the substitute. He's only been on the field for 5 minutes here, the Democratic Republic of Congo player. Gets a yellow card. Sliding challenge on Blend inside the Girona penalty area. We're past the 50th minute mark. Still 1-0 here, and of course it did finish 1-0 at half-time in the other game between Real Madrid and Alaves, with that goal for Kylian Mbappe. And now Blind trying to cross from the left. It's a good block this time by Riquelme. So we throw in for Girona. Of course on the bench is Isco. Wasn't playing since November due to the lengthy injury. He was on the bench in the game against Braga at home last week. He was an unused substitute, a former Real Madrid man. We'll wait and see when he'll get his first minutes for the first time since November. It's been a long time ago. That was in the away game in Europe against Utrecht. Now Girona. Just on the edge of their own penalty area. Plenty of Real Betis inside the Girona half. And eventually they managed to find Fran Beltran. Lovely play here by Beltran. Still with the ball. Still inside their own half. Switching the ball to Blaine. Now switch to the left-hand side. Just couldn't find anywhere to go. This time Witsel to Reyes. Witsel once more, and this time managed to find Moreno. To Onyahi, the Moroccan, trying to cut through down the middle, still coming forward. Onyahi, lovely switch towards the right-hand side, and managed to find the Ukrainian Sigankov. Sigankov passes the ball, not far from the penalty area. Onyahi chips the ball forward, once more for the Ukrainian, but this time in the hands of Alvaro Valles. It wasn't a bad play after all, but just a bit too much for the Ukrainian. The idea was there, to be fair. Now the ball forward, picked up this time by Natan. Goes back, and this time the ball goes back to the goalkeeper. And Natan managed to get the ball back. We're still inside their own half here, Real Betis, and of course, as we mentioned, there's a few players on the bench, and Isco's definitely one of them. Certainly in the other game, still half-time, it was a long injury time in the game between Real Madrid and Alaves, so still half-time there. Well, here we already played about over 8 minutes. We've seen 2 goals in the first half, and so far since the restart, it has been Betis who are the better side, and now on the left-hand side of the penalty area with Zazuli to Rocco inside the penalty area, trying to cross, but it just takes the last touch by the Spaniard. It was good defending by Beltran. It was the Real Betis man who conceded the last touch. It was going to be a goal kick for Girona. Of course, Isco is one of the players who's warming up, and I'm sure it'd be a great news if we see Isco here coming in tonight. Of course, Hector Bellerin is one of the other players. Diosa is another one, and Sergio Altimira as well. They're all on the bench here. So there's 2 notable players as well. Pau Lopez and Adrian, both goalkeepers, are on the bench for Real Betis. As far as for Girona, the notable player is probably going to be Brian Hill, a former tournament who just spent a season on loan with Sevilla, and also Thomas Lemar, the former Atletico Madrid man. We have got players themselves who can change the game here. And Girona managed to get the throw in, but Riquelme wasn't happy with that decision, but nevertheless it's played quickly, this time by Alex Moreno. Managed to find Blend deep inside his own half. Again, plenty of Real Betis players covering that area. Managed to find a space through down the middle here for Girona, but in the end they lost it. It picked up by Riquelme. Riquelme to Sufyan Amrabat, passing the ball forward, but again that wasn't the best of passes, but I think it's fair to say it was great defending as well by Alex Moreno. They lost the ball inside the centre circle, picked up again once more by Betis. Long ball by Sufyan Amrabat, managed to find with the Bakambo on the right hand side of the penalty area and managed to get in. It's crossed inside the 6-yard box, and the great defending by Vitor Reyes right in front of the striker. He clears the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw in for Real Betis from the right hand side of the penalty area. Brilliant play here by Cedric Bakambo, the 35-year-old. Now they start once more. Roca, this time switching the ball to the left-hand side. Half through it inside the Girona half with Zazzuli. Abdi Zazzuli managed to find his countryman, Sufyan Amrabat. There's plenty of sure passes here happening with Real Betis inside the Girona half. It's fair to say it's been a good line of midfielders around them. So it hasn't been easy for them to go around that midfield. And again, this time it's Girona who get the throw in. Getting a bit of a relief on the right hand side, just inside their own half, to be taken by the captain Martinez. And now Martinez has been with the first team squad, the 23-year-olds, since 2021. Joining from the second side of Girona. Of course, he started his youth career with Barcelona, but he never made it and ended up going to their neighbours Girona, and now they're on the attack here. Onwahe goes through down the middle, not far from the penalty area. He tried to get the receiving ball. He's been pushed away by Rocco, who's great covering here, and long ball this time to the left-hand side. That's Zazzuli coming with pace, trying to beat around Martinez. He's trying to cut through down the middle, across inside the penalty, and missed kick by Pablo Fornals on the volley, and the ball goes out of play. It's a brilliant play by the Moroccan. Cross from the left. He managed to pick up Pablo Fornals inside the penalty area. He left Beltran behind him. He just could not get a full control of that ball from 8 yards out. Been 1-on-1 with the keeper. It was Mark Stegen. It's one of the players who's injured. He's on the stands watching his fellows and his colleagues, and now Onwahe on the left-hand side trying to find the Ukrainian cross inside the 6-yard box from Tsigankov, straight in the hands of Alvaro Valles. Of course, Real Betis, I feel like they need the 3 points here. Here's the substitutions for Hernandez and Giovanni Lo Celso at half-time. Of course, they've been replaced by Bakambo and Riquelme. Still playing the same positions here for Bakambo and number 17. And now they're in some possession with the ball with Rabal on the halfway line. Long ball forward, trying to find Bakambo, but Bakambo, he was chasing the ball and is pushing Daily Blend just outside the penalty area and conceded the free kick. He needs to be careful, the Democratic Republic of Congo striker. He's already on the yellow card. He received it 5 minutes after he came on at half time. And now the ball forward here cleared away by Girona, but straight into the legs of Real Betis, and Rabal coming forward inside the Girona half. Lovely flick on here by Real Betis. That's Pablo Fornals, and He was tackled in the process by the Dutchman, Daley Blind. It's going to be free kick for Real Betis. Dangerous position. Nearly inside the last half an hour of the match. It's 1-0 between Girona and Real Betis. About 2-3 yards from the right-hand touchline. Play quickly through down the middle, just outside the centre circle by Sifan Arabat. To Nathan, who's coming forward. He's got the support on the left-hand side by the Moroccan Al-Zazuli. He's got two players in front of him, but he's a very skillful player, so he's going to try and cross the ball. He's still in possession, but he managed to get a corner out of it. First corner of the match for Real Betis. Taken from the left-hand side. We just hit the 60th minute mark. It would be great timing here for Betis. Can take the lead for the first time in this match. It's the third corner in total. The cross inside the 6-yard box and a header. It just flicked on away towards the other end. Picked up by Roca. Another cross from Roca inside the 6-yard box. Headed away by Blind. It goes this time as far as Fornals to Riquelme, and a shot from Riquelme from 25 yards out, but it's way over the bar, and it's going to be a goal kick for Girona. And as far as the other games concerned, playing 52 minutes of the game between Real Madrid and Alaves, and now it's 2-0 for Madrid. This time it's Vinicius Jr. scoring in the 50th minute. Mbappe scoring in the 30th, Vinicius Jr. in the 50th. And now the ball forward, nearly reached Sigankov, but it's been cleared away by the keeper on the edge of zone penalty area. It was great from Alvaro Valles. And now Girona once more from the right hand side. This time it's picked up by Ivan Martin. Not far from the penalty area, the ball down the middle, managed to find Echeverri, switch the ball to the left, and this time to Anwahi, the Moroccan. Anwahi, down the middle. Vitor Reyes, the Brazilian, just inside the Real Betis half. Now once more goes to the left-hand side, this time from Alex Moreno. A few short passes inside the Betis half, and now Witsel trying to keep the ball in. Needy lost the ball to Fornals. Still Girona in possession. Haven't seen a big chance, or any big chance so far in the second half. And now Roca, long ball forward for Bakambo, and Bakambo 1-on-1 with the keeper. Bakambo trying to go around the play. Another shot, and this time it's Betis who take the lead for the first time in this game. And it's all the mate of Roca, Bakambo, and was given a plate to Abdi Azazuli. Score Betis' second goal of the match. It's Girona 1, Real Betis 2. Abdi Azazuli's 7th goal of the campaign. It was Roca deep inside his own half. A long ball through down the middle, and Bakambo managed to beat the defender. He managed to go around him, and to his left it was Abdi Azazuli. And from 8 yards out, placing the ball easily to the right hand side of Paolo Gazzaniga. Girona 1, Real Betis 2. And as far as the table is concerned, it will cement Real Betis' position in 5th place and push them 5 points away from Celta Vigo, who are on 6th. Of course, Celta Vigo haven't got an easy game tomorrow. They're away to Barcelona themselves, well, the leaders so far as La Liga is concerned. They'll be hoping to get a favour from Barcelona tomorrow night. Girona, I'm sure we're going to see substitutions be ringing very, very shortly. Paolo Gazzaniga really didn't have much to do, to be fair, throughout the match. Hasn't been really clear-cut chances or any big saves from him. But he did end up picking up the ball in the back of his own net twice already here at home in the Catalonia region. Beltran inside the centre circle with Alex Witsel. Still with the ball here, the Belgian managed to find the Dutchman, Daley Blind. Of course, Blind had very two good chances in the first half. Inside the penalty area, he managed to get himself from about 8 yards out from goal, but his shots both were blocked by Bartra and Letan. I'm sure that would make the difference here for Girona. Long ball forward by Gazzaniga, deep inside the Betis half, headed away by Gomez. It's well picked up by Zazuli, trying to come forward. And he's claiming that it should be a free kick. It was Zazuli who lost the ball from that challenge, and it did take a long time for the referee, Mr. Abastigia. There's a push by Ivan Martin, and we are going to see substitutions here for Girona. It looks like it's going to be Fran Beltran is coming off. It's going to be replaced by number 3, Roca. So number 3, Roca is coming on. And we've got about just under 25 minutes to go. And just joining us, and it's Betis here leading away by 2-1. Long ball forward, the ball still up in the air, just inside the Girona half. This time it's picked up by Tizinkov, switching the ball to Roca on the edge of the penalty area, trying to go from the left-hand side. He was brought down, and the referee straight away points up to the spot. It was Roca's first touch, the substitute. He picked up the ball with that electric pace, managed to go around Rabal inside the penalty area, but Rabal, out of frustration, the only thing he can do is bring down Roca. I'm sure that'll be checked first, but it's the penalty for Girona. That could be a quick reply for the home side. Go back into level terms. The 20-year-old Girona player we shall wait and see if the Catalonian side can reduce the time from Abdi scoring in the 63rd minute. It was only less than 5 minutes to go, and it's got to be Anwahi. We'll be taking the free kick. Azzuddin Anwahi, the Moroccan, against Vallas. Anwahi stepping forward, and that's into the back of the net. A beautiful penalty by Anwahi. That's his 5th goal of the campaign, and now it's a great reply by Girona. Only 5 minutes from Abdi, the Moroccan, giving the lead for Real Betis. It was only for his countryman Anwahi scoring from the penalty. 5 minutes later, his 5th goal of the campaign for the Moroccan. 2-2, and game on. 2 goals in the first half, and now we got 2 goals in the second. But that was first touch by Roca. The 20-year-old came on, and his first touch was to take the ball inside the penalty area and managed to get a penalty for the home side. But this time is Betis from Rakalmi on the right-hand side of the penalty area, trying to go around him. He's still coming forward. He managed to cross inside the box. It was headed down by Azazuli. The ball this time with Girona, and it was a late challenge by the Moroccan on Ivan Martin. It's going to be free kick, and the long ball straight away forward towards Roca. The substitute this only managed to reach Alvaro Vallas, and now Betis once more. This time coming through to the right hand side here for Real Betis. Managed to find Mark Bartra. Bartra, long cross, trying to find Bakambo. Bakambo was a push by the Democratic Rumble player on Daley Blind. Blind is claiming that he was elbowed. That is the second time after he's been yellow carded 5 minutes from coming as a substitute. Could have easily got a second yellow. There was altercations in the process, but it looks like, I have to say that I think Bakambo was quite lucky to be on the pitch, seeing it second time round. But nevertheless, he was right in front of the linesman. I'm sure he knows better than me. Lind passing the ball forward, trying to switch the ball to the left, but is well intercepted by Real Betis. Now we're inside the last 20 minutes of the match, and it's 2-2 here in Girona. They got the ball this time round once more. This time it's picked up by Martinez. Managed to go 1-2 players to Anwahi. Martinez again down the middle. The referee is given a free kick. It was a late challenge on the captain. And this time it was by Natan. It's halfway through inside the Real Betis half. Down the middle. Only a couple of yards towards the right. It looks like Anwahi standing behind it. Yep, and he plays it short towards the right hand side. Managed to find Sigankov. Sigankov trying to go around the defender here. Managed to find his colleague, and this time Anwahi again. And the ball is picked up by Roca to Ivan Martin. Ivan Martin from the right hand side of penalty. Managed to go around the player. He's still with the ball, but he just tripped over the ball and managed to give this chance for Azazuli, but it wasn't the best of chance passes here forward by the Moroccan. And this time straight with Alex Marino. And Marino coming forward through down the middle. He gets the support from Roca to the substitute. Once more on the edge of the penalty area. And this time Echeverri to Daley Blind to Anwahi. And pass trying to find Alex Marino on the left hand side of the penalty area. It wasn't the best by the Argentine, Echeverri. Ball goal for throwing for Betis. It's still at the edge of the side penalty area. Ball up in the air between both set of players, and they're picked up by Girona. Anwahi, and he was brought down, and that's going to be a free kick for about 3 or 4 yards outside the penalty area, down the middle towards the left. And that's a challenge by the Betis first goal scorer, Mark Roca, on the Moroccan, the second goal scorer for Girona. It does seem to be okay. This is a chance here for Girona to go 3-2 up. They were leading up to the 23rd when Roca equalised, and they've gone behind in the 63rd before equalising in the 68th. They're going to make another substitutions here, Girona. They're going to be Christian Stuani, the Uruguayan international. He's coming on. 3 goals so far in this campaign. He's going to be replacing the Argentine, Echeverri. Christian Stuani. 39 years of age, still experienced. Now the ball has been left for Anwahi, and the cross and the shot, and it goes way into the stands. You can see the disappointment on the Moroccan's face. He wasn't happy with that. It's going to be a goal kick here for Real Betis. Already played 15 games in this campaign, Christian Stuani. 39-year-old. Of course, there's another Uruguayan who played as a similar age, and as people remember him as Angel Francescoli, who played way into his late 30s. Brilliant, remarkable players, considered one of the best players in the history. And now we're going to see history indeed for Real Betis, because we are at last. We are going to see Isco coming on. Isco, for the first time since November, he's becoming in for Real Betis. And likewise with Hector Bellerin, replacing Rabal. And I'm sure the Betis fans will be waiting for this for a very, very long time, since November to be precise. It's been a good shift here by Fornals and Rabal, to be fair. We're inside the last quarter of an hour, 2-2. Now Girona, the ball deep inside the wrong half, picked up by Vitorias, 20-year-old Brazilian, managed to find 36-year-old Dede Blend to Roca, trying to go around Riquelme. It was great play by Riquelme, but the referees didn't see it like that. Found out it's a free kick against the Betis player. Now Girona once more down the middle. There's plenty of Betis players now chasing the back line, and Isco now is chasing Blend, and Blend still with the ball. It's a long cross towards the left-hand side, and is trying to find Alex Moreno. It's brilliant clearance here by Marc Bartra. It's picked up by Riquelme. It's going to be throw-in, taken by the substitute Bellerin. You get to see the first touch here by Isco. Like I said, as far as Betis fans, we're so looking forward to it. That's the first touch, and he gets a free kick. It was a push from behind by Vitor Reyes. He managed to chest the ball down here, Isco, the 34-year-old. And the free kick has been asked to be played twice. It's Amrabat trying to pass the ball forward, but the Girona player was right in front of him. I'm surprised he didn't get a yellow card for that. Now the referee's having the word with Amrabat. Nevertheless, Morocco sends the ball back deep inside their own half. We've got as far as the other substitute, Hector Bellerin, who got the one goal so far in this campaign. That's going to be his Isco's third game in La Liga this season. I'm sure they missed him so much with his vast experience. The former Real Madrid man, plenty of seasons there, plenty of trophies. It's just a shame for Manuel Pellegrini this season. He can use the best out of the former Real Madrid midfielder. The ball forward, he's on the ball now. Lovely turnaround here by Isco on the halfway line. He managed to go around a few players. Brilliant play by the 34-year-old. That's how much they missed him. They're still in possession, deep inside his own half. Managed to find Roca. To Isco once more, near the halfway line. He's got a great vision. And one day he spent so many years playing for Spain and Real Madrid. Of course, he has joined Sevilla prior coming here back in 2023. And now Riquelme coming forward from the right. Now it's great defending, this time by Alex Moreno. It's going to be a throw-in, taken by Bellerin. Halfway through inside the Girona half. Hector Bellerin, a throw forward. Cleared away here by Girona. They're trying to go on a counter-attack on Wahi. Was pulled back by Roca. And it's going to be free kick for Girona. Both players scored already tonight. Roca scoring the first goal for Real Betis, the equaliser, and Wahi scoring the equaliser himself, this time for Girona. And now Witsel passing the ball down the middle, picked up by Wahi again. And Wahi trying to go around the Betis player, but the referee has given a free kick against the Moroccan for the use of the arms. And now there's pushing and shoving, and there's few players getting involved on the field. And Unwahi's one of the players is being involved. And it's right in front of the referee, and he's already given a yellow card, and that's his second yellow card. One for Unwahi. And the other one is going to be for the Real Betis player. That's Riquelme. And it's apparently the use of the arm on Bartra. It wasn't even Riquelme involved, but Riquelme trying to get the ball back, and he pushed Unwahi and literally I think Mara could have got worse if it wasn't interference of their colleagues, and game has resumed. And this time it's Natan. Deep inside on own half. The ball all the way back to Valles. Valles. Long ball forward. Deep inside the Girona half. Etzko. Long ball towards Abdi. Inside the penalty area. Down the middle. Riquelme with a shot. And last it's that goal for Real Betis. They didn't wait long, didn't they? And now they take the lead again. The away side. And they're leading by 3 goals to 2 away to Girona. Riquelme scoring his first goal of the campaign. The 26-year-old. It's a beautiful play that involved Isco. Picked up the ball just inside the Girona half. A long cross towards the left-hand side of the penalty area to Abdi. And he found Riquelme from 12 yards out near the penalty spot. It's a beautiful finish to the left-hand side of Paulo Gazzaniga. Girona 2, Real Betis 3. And Riquelme, again, just like Roca, they waited a long time for the first goal in this campaign. It's coming in a perfect timing as far as Manuel Pellegrini's men. And now Girona, they've only got less than 10 minutes trying to get something out of this game. They're the ones who took the lead, and now they're training, coming towards the end of this match. Vitor Reyes. Daily blend, went across the halfway line from the left-hand side, crosses through down the middle. It was aimed for Anwani, but it's great picked up here by Roca. Again, they give the ball away. They picked up by Anwani again on the right-hand side, across inside the penalty area, cleared away by Mark Bartra. And it goes once more for the Moroccan, Anwani. To Martinez, across inside the penalty area, and again Bartra again with the header away. And this time it's picked up by Ivan Martin. Switching the ball through down the middle to Alex Marino. Marino trying to find a space. He's got support to his left. It was tripped by Roca, but the referee says play on because it's the other Roca. The number 3 for Girona came in as a substitute. And now Deli Blid. Halfway through inside the Real Betis half. 8 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Onwani to Witzel. Switching the ball to the right hand side this time round to the captain Martinez. Sigankov, the Ukrainian. And now everyone's back here for Real Betis, and that's a late challenge on Stuani. It's going to be free kick with a dangerous position here for Girona. And Stuani got the ball, trying to go around the defender. It was brought down. And it's going to be substitutions coming up, double of them for Girona. And Lamar and Rincon are coming on. They will be replacing the captain Martinez. Number 23, Ivan Martin. And the first task is to have that free kick. About 7 or 8 yards outside the penalty area, down the middle, towards the right hand side slightly. It looks like it's Sigankov, the Ukrainian, standing behind the ball. He's already beaten Valles early on. And it's a chance to do it again on one as well. Sigankov with a cross, it hits the wall, and the ball goes straight out of the play. And it's going to be a corner for Girona, the third corner of the match, fourth in total. Going to be taken from the left-hand side by Thomas Lamar. It's going to be his first touch of the match. Of course, time's going quickly here for the Girona players and fans. Lamar. It's pushing and shoving, and now Lamar gets to go ahead. across inside the penalty area, headed away by Real Betis defenders on as far as Sigankov. Another cross towards the left-hand side, picked up Lamar again. Lamar, and this time managed to find the Moroccan. Owahi, and gets a rebound, and that's the equaliser. But it looks like the referee is not allowing it. It's going to be an offside, but VAR will be looking at it. It was a cross from the left for Girona. Should wait and see if VAR will look at it. It was Owani who crossed the ball inside the penalty area, and it was initially headed in from 7 yards out. And it's a good save by Vallas, and a foul for Vitor Reyes, who plays it into the back of the net. My initial reaction that he wasn't offside when the initial cross came on, but it's been a few players who are on and off that line. I'm sure it's going to take some time here to find out, see if that goal would stand. VAR still checking it. We're inside the last 5 minutes, plus stoppage time, of course. And he is offside indeed, and the goal would not count. So it still remains Girona 2, Real Betis 3. And now the Real Betis fans are cheering as expected. The disappointment of Vitor Reyes. He's already got 1 goal in this campaign in La Liga, the 20-year-old Brazilian. Now the free kick be taken by Vallas, long ball forward, deep inside the Girona half, headed away by Blind, up in the air. And this time, the Betis player goes down now, Stefan Arabat, but they're still possession with the ball, but they give the ball away to Sigankov, deep inside his own half. Managed to find Lamar. Lamar trying to go around 2 players. Great play here by the Frenchman, and this time sending the ball deep towards the left-hand side for Alex Moreno. Lamar once more, this time to Onai. Picked up again, this time by Betis, trying to go on a counter-attack. And this time, there's a challenge by Roca on the Girona player. But it's Roca who's gone down. It's going to be free kick for Girona. Now they're trying to put Roca up. And again, it looks like a bit of altercation is going to happen here. And few players are getting involved. And Roca eventually standing up in the end, but I think Girona weren't convinced that it was an injury. But to be fair, I think Marc Roca did, in the process in kicking the ball, he did kick the players, and it seems like he hit the front of his feet. And we are going to see another substitution here for Betis. It's going to be the last one. And it's going to be Abdi El Zazuli, who scored the second goal for Betis. He'll be coming off. He's going to be replaced by the number 12, Ricardo Rodriguez, the Swiss international. In the remaining minutes, we're inside the last 2. I'm sure the main concern here for Manuel Pellegrini is to keep hold of that lead. 3-2 away to Girona will be a fantastic result for them. Free kick played for Girona inside the centre circle. Blend towards the left-hand side to Alex Marina, coming through down the middle. Lovely play here by the 32-year-old. Managed to find Owani, and Owani in the process brings the Real Betis player, but the referee says play on. And now Roca for Girona, but he gave the ball away, and cleared away by Hector Bellerin, picked up by Esco, and now Esco coming forward, and great defending here by Stuani, and this time Girona on the attack, this time from the right hand side. Sigankov trying to find a space, send the ball back, this time right for Vitor Reyes to Thomas Lamar, gets the receiving ball, not far from the penalty here from the right hand side. Lamar trying to find the options here, and eventually managed to find Raycon to Lamar again. 1-2 here between the Girona players, but that was in the end was great defending by Betis, and they managed to get the free kick as well. It was a late challenge by Hugo Rincon, the substitute on the other substitute, Isco. Free kick goes for Real Betis. Isco does seem uncomfortable. And the last thing Manuel Pellegrini would not want to see is Isco being injured again, but I think it's going to be okay. He's up. We shall wait and see if he's able to continue. I'm sure he'll be okay. Just the initial reaction of any tackle that would be hurt, but I think due to the lengthy injury for this 34-year-old playing his first game since November when they played Utrecht in Europe, not only the medical staff but the managers and his colleagues and the fans will be concerned with any injury that he gets tonight. Now the ball forward, well picked up here by Girona. We're inside the 90th minute, so stoppage time is here. There's going to be 6 minutes for Girona to get something out of this game. They're trailing by 3-2 at home. Blend to Lamar, deep inside the Betis half. Managed to get support from Rincon on the right hand side. Rincon coming forward, trying to go around the players, sending the ball back once more for Lamar. Lamar, this time for Wani, the Moroccan. Lovely play, this time by Roca. To Lamar once more for Rincon from the right. Crossing inside the 60-yard box. And that's a great save by Valles. Managed to clear the ball away right in front of the Girona strikers. And now Isco trying to go on a counter-attack. And he was brought down. It's going to be free kick for Real Betis. It's a late challenge by Lamar this time round, right in front of the referee. He's only about 2 yards away. Now Lamar trying to help out Isco. He seems to be okay now. We've already played 1 out of the 6 minutes of injury time. And Rabal, who's been substituted early on, is pointing out to the referee that it's the second time that he was fouled, and I'm going to have to agree with him, but I think it's a separate play early on. Nevertheless, I can tell you that Michel, the manager for Girona, is just a bit puzzled. They already made 4 subs in this match, and he's going to be Virus his way outside his own penalty area, not far off from the centre circle, with a free kick, long ball forward towards the right hand side. Bakambo chests the ball down, but straight to Roca, and then Roca trying to keep the ball in, and this time it picked up by Recalme for Betis. Recalme managed to go around Blend, managed to go around him this time round, managed to find Amrabat, but Amrabat trying to chest the ball in. Straight out play, throwing quickly, intercepted by Mark Roca. This time it goes back to Rincon for Girona. Time is running out. We're inside the last 4 minutes. Vitor Reyes to Rincon again. Hugo Rincon. They need to get out their own half here at the moment. They're still inside, and now it's time it's Daily Blend. Managed to cross the halfway line. Managed to find Lamar down the middle. Surrounded by 2 players. Find the space. Managed to find Onahi. And once more to Blend. Passing the ball to the left, pick up to Alex Moreno. Moreno trying to cut through down the middle, not far from the penalty area. Moreno, once more to the Moroccan Onahi. He missed the ball, but it's not far off to Rincon. To Sigankov on the edge of the penalty area from the right. Across, inside the penalty area, and it's cleared away by Barter again. And only as far as Thomas Lemar once more. Already played 3 out of the 6. To Roca. Cross inside the 6-yard box, but the ball goes out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick for Real Betis. I'm sure they won't be in a hurry taking this. It's the leader by 3-2 here away at Girona. It was the home side who've taken the lead in the 7th minute through Sigankov before equalised by Mark Roca in the 23rd. Then Betis took the lead for the first time through Abdi in the 63rd minute before equalised 5 minutes later by Anwahi from the penalty spot, and then Riquelme scoring third for Betis in the 80th, his first goal of the campaign as well. And now they managed to get the throw in. We're inside the last 2 minutes of the 6 minutes of stoppage time. Goes all the way back to Gazzaniga. Managed to find Blend. keep it updated that Real Madrid are still leading by 2-0 and the other games happen simultaneously but a few minutes behind due for the long stoppage time at half time. And now Lemar inside the centre circle, switching ball to his left, managed to find Daley Blind across in the edge of the penalty area, the ball up in the air, headed down and managed to find Witsel, but he just missed the one-on-one chance with Valles. It was a cross. It's gone to the right hand side of the penalty area, headed by Zizenkov to Witsel, and Witsel on the edge of the 6-yard box. He needed just to smash the ball to the back of the net. He completely miskicked it, but that would have been counted. So linesman flag for offside. It's going to be free kick for Real Betis. Valles once more, long ball forward, deep inside the Girona half. To play inside the last minute of the 6 minutes of stoppage time. Blind has been chased by Becambo to Alex Marino. Marino managed to keep the ball in, but he gave the ball away to Sufyan Amrabat inside his own half. Now Hector Bellerin's pass wasn't as great. There's still one chance here that can be made by Girona, and Wahi with the ball, and he was brought down. It's going to be free kick, and we're inside the last 30 seconds. Play it quickly, play it short. Lemar coming through down the middle, managed to find Rinken on the right hand side of the penalty area. Rinken trying to find Lemar, but it's been cleared away by Sufyan Amrabat. Brilliant defending by the Moroccan. I'm sure there's a time for one more chance inside the last 15 seconds. Rinken, Zizenkov. They need one cross inside the penalty area with Lemar down the middle. Lemar to Onahi. Chipped the ball inside the penalty area, cleared away, and as we speak, the referee has blown his whistle. It's been a big win here for Real Betis in a very, very entertaining game here at Estadi Montilivi. And it was Girona who opened the scoring in the 7th minute to Zizenkov before Mark Roca equalising for Real Betis on the 23rd. And then Betis take the lead for the first time in the match through Abdia Zazuli in the 63rd, and 5 minutes later on Wahi, the other Moroccan, scoring from the penalty spot, and then Riquelme scored a third for Betis, the winning goal on the 18th minute, and that will cement Betis' 5th position, and that will push them 5 points away above Celta Vigo, who are away to Barcelona tomorrow. As far as Girona is concerned, stay at 11th with 38 points, and they're only 6 points above relegation. So it's full time here in Girona. It finishes Girona 2, Real Betis 3.